Welcome to another episode of What If There's a Better Way. I'm your host, Leah, and it's time for another mini session. So today's topic is, what if you can't, or what if you don't feel connected to other people? Just kind of, your experience is just kind of cold and isolated. So where does this come from? Well, it could be a lot of things. Upbringing, certain incidents, injuries. It's not the most important part why it's happening, right? Because here on Somatic Experiencing, we're focused on what's happening inside the body. And there's definitely something not happening, right? That should happen. That's very natural to happen. But under certain circumstances, the body's not able to fully work and do its job properly, and we feel the consequences. So where in the body do those feelings of connection happen? They are mostly felt, right, in the organs, the heart, the gut, stomach, in the fascia, on the skin, in the bones, in the blood. And so we just have to reconnect with those parts of ourselves. Sounds very simple, right? It probably takes a while if that's what you need. Everything takes its time. So how do you do that? Well, you just pick one place at a time, whatever's easier, and you just feel, sense what's happening there at the moment without any kind of particular memory or experience happening at the moment. Just your relatively safe, uneventful, everyday moment, okay? And we first start with establishing or re-establishing, reminding ourselves or putting our intention on the safety that is already there. So probably it depends, right? It depends. You know what makes you feel more safe. So maybe for one person it's orienting, for another person to use the somatic experiencing exercises. Orienting, maybe another person is more auditory. Maybe somebody else that's really riled up from orienting, right? You need to learn yourself. You need to build your knowledge of yourself. For another person, it might be focusing on where their body touches the ground. or the breath, right? It really depends. So at this point, well, I haven't talked about all of those things, but if this kind of things interest you, probably, maybe you've already been doing those kind of exercises. So let's just pretend we already established that you have some kind of basic understanding of yourself and which kind of things rile you up or bring your body more into safety. Because we don't want to add something new if whatever you're already doing is already too much, right? So if it might be too much for now to engage with your organs, it might not be. Again, it depends. You will know. You will find out. And for somebody, it might be the best thing and the first thing that they need to do, and that's perfectly fine. It depends. I'm just repeating myself at this point. So you want to re-engage with your organs. You want to be able to sense what's happening when there is nothing special happening around you, right? We always start with something very small, relatively uneventful, safe, right? There is the if we take an analogy from sports, there is the competition, which is real life, and then there is the practice, which is our everyday, uneventful moments when we know we're going to fail. Fine, that's when we practice those things. And so it's about being able to feel the warmth in your organs, the tensions, the relaxations, the twisting, the tingling, the electricity that flows through them. And you don't need all of them. And there's, of course, more. And you will just build on what's most easy accessible to you, what your body gives you. And then you build on it, right? We want to go with what comes up organically. If you force yourself, again, it will create some kind of tension, which your body is too smart to just... You can't trick your body, right? There will be an organic decision coming from your body. Okay, it's time for this. New sensations are coming up. Deeper levels of engagement are possible. And at some point, if you never had any sense of connections with other people, it will simply slowly start. Or if it's minimal, it will become bigger. And maybe you feel overly involved with other people. Then it will equalize. And over time, just harmonize with what's authentically you, instead of what you're compelled to because of your